How's everybody doing today? I will that everybody is wonderful. So today, the topic I would like to go over is strength. I was having a conversation with an individual actually just today, and he asked me to stop him at we were going to Dunkin' Donuts, and we got into the idea of coffee, and I was telling him how some years ago I went to get coffee twice, and the third day I stopped because it felt like it was beginning to become an issue. So then, as the conversation went along, we got to the point where I informed that I used to be addicted to cigarettes. My friends that I was around they were involved in some other things that I wasn't gonna mess with. I picked up a few cigarettes and I found myself addicted to them. So I shared with him. It took me 2.5 years to be sure that I quit. So within that conversation, he said, you gotta be strong to do that. It takes strength to do that, to just drop things. So it made me think of a situation where you have an adolescent, and they want to start working on their body. They want to start working out. So they start going to the gym. They pick up, a 45 pound dumbbell, 50, 60, whatever it is. They're struggling with it a little bit. Then they gradually increase the weight as their muscles are developed or their strength increases. 2 years later, it gets to the point where the weight that they started with, they could probably pick that up with one arm. Focus on the idea. And eventually, they're lifting 100, 200 pounds. Some people more than that. I said all that to say, there are certain talents that a lot of us are naturally apt to express. So we appear to have, we'll say, strength in that idea. However, far too often, what a lot of us will do for fear of failure or fear of embarrassment is we will look at the other person who is engaged in a practice where they're showing strength and marvel at them and wish that we were able to do the same or similar. It's not magic, though. If you look at the person who's expressing strength or the ability to come out of a situation, there's something that they're thinking that's allowing them to do that. Oftentimes when someone develops something, it's not always the easiest thing. There's things that they have to go through. They take it step by step. Just because you decide, like a lot of people, they start diets, and the diet say, the diet didn't work, it failed. Well, did you keep following the process? Oh no, well, we went out for my birthday the other night, and we all decided to have pizza. So you decided to do that, right? Okay. So you can start your diet again tomorrow, right? Yeah. Why don't you? Well, it just doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because every time I try it, I start doing something else. That's something you continually decide to do. How about you continually deciding to restart the process of your diet so that you can achieve your goals and be happier with yourself? Because you want your health and your body to be in a particular spot where you can be proud of it, or a particular shape or physique, certain level of energy. If you stop pursuing something, it's not going to happen by itself. Meanwhile, in the back of your mind, you got this voice nagging you. Just like you have someone who's addicted to a substance, and they think, there's nothing I can do to change this, so to say, other than seek help outside of myself, or whatever the situation may be. You always have to look at what is going to motivate me to continue this process. That's where strength comes from. Is doing a thing without strain. At first you're gonna have a process that you have to work through. That's what growth is, and that's really what life is. As long as you stay green, you grow. So you're gonna have to push a little bit, and the more you push in the same direction toward the same thing, the easier the pushing will become. But if you just stop it, the first step, it's not gonna. More than likely, you're not gonna see a change unless someone from outside of you comes and pushes you along. And oftentimes, when that happens, is when the person who's pushing you disappears, you go right back to where you were before, because it didn't come from you. So if you admire someone who has strength, or that you see operates, well, we'll say in power, they got a certain level of discipline. All of these ideas relate. However, remember, it's a process, and it's not beyond you to achieve it. This is not a motivational speech. I'm giving you keys to take the steps. It may not be intricate details, but it's different for each one. We all have different motivations and whatnot. So, again, I will that this has been helpful to someone. If you know someone who might benefit from it, share it with them. Pass it on. Love, peace, and happiness.